All right, everybody, welcome back in the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It is a very special stream today because this is one of the very last, well, this is actually the last live stream that we will do from our current Golden Tee Lounge. The amusement team is moving. We are getting our own building. Lots of good details on that to come, but we are moving tomorrow and Friday, so on Monday, we'll have a brand new Golden Tee Lounge. Probably going to look a little bit similar to this as we build it up and make that thing look pretty awesome. But we will have some live streams hopefully tomorrow, at least on Friday as well for Freaky Friday, probably from the GT Lounge Northwest, aka my place, because we do not want to miss the Freaky Friday that we have going on this week. This week's Freaky Friday is Super Score 2013, so some of your favorite holes from the Golden Tee Live 2013 courses. But right now, we are focusing on this week's event. It is 50-man contest. It is the reverse week. So we're starting on hole 18, making our way back to 1. We are starting with crazy winds, as you see, 17 miles an hour, and we are diminishing those winds as we get closer to the end of the round. 50-man prize pool, which means $50 in the prize pool every contest. Every contest you play, you're going to be in a new setup with a new set of 49 other players. Top prize is $9, 8765, and so forth. But let's get things started. Crawdad Swamp, number 18. Let's take a look at our equipment. As always, build a bag, 9.5 degree driver, 10.5 degree driver, 3 wood, 5 wood, 6 wood, 8 wood, 3 hybrid, 5 hybrid, 6, 8, 9 irons with the super spin, and then of course the G and the L wedge and a putter. Grabber golf balls because I never ever change those, at least for the time being. And let's see how we do today. 17 mile an hour wind, so I'm hoping that there we go. I hit that pretty soft. I was a little nervous. We were already going to screw up on the first shot of the live stream, but Andrew, David, Steve, thank you for joining us on Facebook, YouTube, etc. John Daly, wherever he's at in the background here, he's kind of the lone wolf, as some of our older Golden Tee games have moved on out of this building. We've got the golf bag still, of course, some boxes. Pretty tricky setup. Not the hardest holes, but also not the easiest. Grand Canyon 17. I know there's probably a lot of people that are damning the name of Adam Kramer who put this course together, myself included, because I would like to not have a horrible stream for the very last Golden Tee Lounge live stream we have in this building. And just like that, we've already got wet. This also might be the shortest stream in Golden Tee Lounge history if I just keep putting shots in the water on this hole. So yeah, we've talked a little bit about the move to you guys before, but you know, the amusement team, Incredible Technologies as a whole, with the gaming and the amusement divisions have grown in size since we moved in this building 7 years ago, about 3.5 years before I started, 4.5 years, something like that. So people need the space. So we, the amusement and mobile teams, are moving down the street a few blocks. Won't be too far away from our IT brethren, but we will have our own space. We will all be on the same floor, working hard, working better than ever together. So when something good happens, when something goes wrong, we can make these fixes and changes. And as Don Pescioni, who should probably be on an airplane right now, I think, as he says, the synergy will be even better than it already is. 2020 pre-releases, if all goes well, those are shipping out starting on Monday, and when we have the list of those locations that will get a pre-release Golden Tee 2020, we will let you know, because I know a bunch of you have already messaged me reaching out to know if your location is one of them. If I knew, I would absolutely love to tell you, but we will let that list into the let that list go on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday of next week, once we get into the new building, settled in, we will get the list of 2020 pre-release locations out to you. There's a lot more than you guys are used to in the past, which is great news for you, great news for us. You guys get to play and test these courses, and you know it is called a pre-release for a reason, so there may be bugs and stuff that have yet to be ironed out, although pretty sure that our team's got a solid solid look on things. That was an awful tee shot. Oh, I've already packed away somewhere my my microfiber towels, so that's not going to go very well. This is Teal Garden number 14. Should have probably hit that a little softer, but that's all right. But yes, you know, this week's event, 50-man contest, so every contest is a new set of 50 players, unlike, excuse me, a few weeks ago where we had a weekly event where it was play as many times as you want. But you're going to see the same holes, the same courses in the order that you guys are watching me play now. It's just going to be different every single time, different wins, pins, the whole 9 yards. You're going to see a different setup every time you check in and play.
This should be okay, just off the fairway.
Joe, thank you for joining us. As you can watch me miss this putt, and I did everyone one better, and I missed the putt into the sand, which is always a good start to the round. Let's talk about people damning the name of Adam Kramer because of the setup. Those people, that's me actually. I'm mad at Adam Kramer for this setup because it is actually kind of difficult.
He's really trying to go that extra mile.
Stop the roll with backspin, Peter. Golfer 1 for birdie.
I actually don't believe there is one. This bag has been this has been around for a long time. Show off that Golden Tee logo there.
And now the tee shot of golfer 1.
All right, we might be playing poorly, but we are at least going to drive the green on hole 8, which is Rustic Bridge 11. By drive the green, I mean hit a tree.
How about the wind, Peter?
There's a huge wind to the left here. You've got to aim right to compensate. Through the leaves.
Over to golfer 1.
This is my first time playing this course through, so otherwise
Golfer 1 is ready.
otherwise I would have made some changes here, but that's okay. Got to give Adam a hard time, just because that's the way we roll around here. Joe, yes, Bears are going to win tomorrow.
Do you think the wind will be a factor here?
If they don't, I'm just going to, we're not going to talk about it.
The spin's bringing it back.
Golfer 1 with a shot. It's in the hole.
All right, so we're going to ignore that front 9 because it was a little tough there. But what we are going to do instead, well, I was going to say we're going to try to get on the green and putt for this one, but that's not happening.
That's an error.
This is actually going to be the how to not play this course round, and then we're going to make a heck of a comeback. Look at that. Oh, couldn't even go in the cup though. Well, that's all right.
Double bogey.
Jason, I am using grabber golf balls. Although at this rate, I'm probably going to run out of them because I'm playing so poorly. Indigo Mound, hole 8, nice par 4. Jason Stark, thanks for joining us. Look at that, an eagle to make up the strokes we just lost on that terrible, terrible... All right.
Peter, does he need to worry about the wind?
There's a strong wind into the player's face. You've got to adjust for that.
All right, so hole 12 is Misty 7. This is a little bit of a trickier setup. Now again, when you go out there and play, you are going to see the same holes but different setups. So this is less about walking you guys through the steps on how to tackle these setups, because you're obviously going to play in different ones than I am in right now. But it just gives you at least an idea. You can get familiar with the golf holes and the courses that you're going to potentially see. Hole 13. That is Falcon number 6, a sometimes drivable with the right setup and the right equipment. Not the case here, so we are just going to have to do things the hard way.
It may take away some distance.
You know what? I said it. It actually almost worked. But this week's event, you can go all throughout the end of the day Sunday to play as many times as you want. 50-man contest, $50 prize pool. We've got the Super Score 2013 coming up on Friday, and then of course Throwback Thursday is tomorrow, or Freaky Friday on Friday, of course, but Throwback Thursday tomorrow. Pull up our tool here. Much better look here on hole 14, which is, what is that? Cypress 5. I believe last time I saw this, it was not a good setup. I believe that was in a Freaky Friday contest.
That is an eagle too. Ready at the tee. It's golfer 1.
Trying to get into our daily contest tool here so I can make sure we've got the right info. Look at that, Mayfield. It's been a long time since we've seen Mayfield number 4. Again, new tee boxes for this course. So we're just gonna slide on by.
Golfer 1.
He's almost dancing, Jim.
All right, well, for some reason my
What finesse.
daily contest tool doesn't want to let me in, so I can't tell you what tomorrow's contest is because it's been a crazy couple of days. Actually, I'm going to tell you right now.
Let's go to the tee shot of golfer 1.
That's right. It's Cape Haven is tomorrow's Throwback Thursday contest. Andrew, no updates on Golden T-Mobile. I know the Canada launch is coming soon. A lot of stuff that we are working on the back end for that. Hole-in-one would have been great there. I need a pick-me-up, but that's okay.
Near the dance floor.
Who needs a putter?
Ready to tee off. It's golfer 1.
Hole 17. This is Pelican Grove number 2. Interesting little drivable par 4 here. You just got to work it well enough to get through those trees. Shout out to somehow getting through those trees, putting in for eagle. Boom. And then we're going to end with Beals Creek number 1.
Golfer 1 teeing off for the final time today.
Nothing too crazy here. Not a drivable setup. One of the original tee boxes.
Remember,
This is
But that's all right. Just ended on a hole out, and then I'd feel better about the terrible score I put up. Ah, close, but no cigar. Dustin, yes, but that's okay is 100% my line. All right, so that was terrible. That was terrible, but that is a first look of your event for this week, the 50-man reverse round backwards wind. We are going to play another one because that was just too awful in my book.
Jim and Peter will decide.
Describe the action at
Bill, I'm not sure about the offline part, but I will check on that.
I'm ready. I expect to be amazed by today's
All right,
action.
kicking things off again. Crawdad Swamp, hole 18. Nice 16-mile-an-hour wind. It's so tempting for me to just float this in and hope it goes. Actually, we're going to do that. If I get a hole in one, great. If I don't, this is going in the water, which it's definitely going in the water. Shout out to that 16-mile-an-hour wind for not doing a thing for me there, but that's okay. We'll just pretend like I'm doing this on purpose. Nope, definitely not on purpose. All right, can he make the final one to like quad bogey this first setup? Nope. Stroke limit. That's actually amazing.
From the tee box.
In my book, hole 1 never happened. Hey, look at that though. At least hole 2. I stroke limited on hole 1, so
Golfer 1.
don't need to worry about stroke limiting hole 2.
Golfer 1 on tee.
So this is supposed to be varying winds where it'll
For trouble.
start high and go low. Doesn't seem to be working as well as we had hoped, although I appreciate it on this hole because this is a difficult hole as is.
That's got to get over it.
Golfer 1 with a look.
Yeah, so Patrick, 9 holes are going to potentially be an option this year. Something we're looking into, not something you're going to see right away. Maybe in events mode. We will see. We're island 15 for hole 4 here. Oh, my 3-wood. All right, look at that.
On the green with a lot of distance to cover. Golfer 1. Double eagle. Golfer 1. Readies the putter. Unreal for eagle.
You're seeing the People's Champ on an off day here because
Way to hit.
this is just some awful golf. But I'm going to blame it on being busy, trying to pack stuff for multiple offices for a move. Didn't even think we were going to be able to come live to you from the original, the OG Golden Tee Lounge, but we were able to make that happen. I can't wait for this to go in the water. Said nobody.
Wet.
Peter, what do you make of this?
He'll launch it if he gives it full power.
Great shot.
Should have saw that coming.
This guy's magic around the green.
Golfer 1 from the tee box.
Hole 6 is Royal Cove number 13. A little bit of a tricky setup, or a tricky hole in general. You got to be very careful. Apparently, didn't play the wind there at all. We were just going to see how many times can Kevin put his shot in the water.
Stuck in that rough.
I think we are up to probably 7 or 8 shots, and it's not even hole 9 yet. But hey, we can still chip. We can still chip. Don't even have to worry about playing too well to win money because I'm not even playing well, period. Can't make a shot for much, but I can still chip in.
On tee now. Golfer 1.
Hole in 1 here would be so great. Ah,
Well done, Peter. Golfer 1. Well done for 2.
Scuba Steve is right.
Let's watch the tee shot of Golfer 1.
Fortunately, not driving this thing on our game 2 here.
This can find the
Oh,
Golfer 1. Preparing to putt. 33. Ready to tee off It's golfer
If you ever needed a Kevin Lindsay tutorial on how to play poor Golden Tee golf, you're getting it here today.
Well, it's not the worst lie in the world, but it's not a good one either.
Pull out the putter. He's on the green. Go for one. Right.
Pretty close, Jim.
How about that touch? Ready to tee off.
All right, much better setup here for hole 10, which is Coconut Beach number 9. I think it's about time that we get a hole in one, which that was awful.
A bit off the fairway, but still good.
I didn't think that was going to be that bad, but man, this is bad. Like, it's kind of hard for me to even laugh at how bad I'm playing right now. But that's all right. Every dog has his day. John Daly with his stupid smile back there laughing at me for playing so poorly, but that's all right. Hole number 11, Indigo Mound.
It might do it.
Number 8, just a bit shy of the shot points.
Ready at the tee. It's golfer one.
So the trick is here, if you've got one of those longer looks, you want to get down to the green part, which I'm going to be just short of course, because as you can see, this is labeled heavy rough. The green part is, I believe, fairway fringe.
This is bad, Jim. Just bad.
Although, give me a chance to chip in for eagle, which of course I miss.
Is for birdie. Ball in cup. Golfer one is ready to tee off.
All right, well, this is not really what I consider a drivable setup, but my game is poor anyways right now. So might as well try to have fun with it. I got all of the shot meter, except I just not high enough.
Seen any good movies lately? This stuff will take quite a bit off the shot, Jim.
Oh, almost.
Here it comes. Golfer one.
Well, I didn't think it'd get much worse than game 1, but man, we're getting there.
On tee now.
And just like I had a nice setup before, I now have the awful setup from hole 14, which is actually Cypress 5. So we've got to try to get this underneath the trees, which we did. That actually might work out really well. Gonna have a bit of a putt. This is definitely a course that'll be fun and challenging you. Corey, no, we are not in the new office yet. This is the old office. This is the OG, the original gangster Golden Tee Lounge, which I'm glad that I was able to stop the move of this room. A little bit of confusion, because I want to make sure that we streamed at least one more time. Although this is not the stream that I wanted. Like, I'm playing awfully, but we can just pay tribute to all the good times that I've had and Adam and I have had in this lounge. Like, you know, I could just think about all the hole-in-ones we've hit on live streams together and, you know, all that stuff. Like the Super Albatross on that one event mode a few weeks ago, weekly event, and, you know, the random par 4 casual Freaky Friday hole-in-one I had. We're just going to think about that. Corey, yes, that is the hope, the plan. We will see. All just depends. There's just a lot of moving parts and people moving from this office to the new one and getting all their stuff in. Of course, packing up my desk, the lounge, the archive stuff, everything. But we'll make some things happen.
Now it's golfer one.
All right, hole 17. Pelican number 2. Not able to get all the way through the trees, but that's okay.
This is deep grass. He'll be
Excuse me. Oh, almost.
Puts it close.
Alright, so this was an awful game, which was totally my own fault for stroke limiting hole 1 by trying to get fancy. But we're going to play one more before we get out of here.
Final tee shot.
Unless we ace hole 1 of Beals Creek. Ugh. Didn't think it was possible, but that's actually not a bad look. Oh, shocker. My 5 hybrid says, nah, sorry. Alright. Not the best, definitely not the worst I've ever played, but for my own sake, for the Golden Tee Lounge's sake, we're going to play one more 50-man event, the backwards round reverse win, or the reverse round backwards win, whatever you want to call it. Diminishing wins that kind of work, a knob that probably needs to be tightened up, but that's okay. Look at this. We are going to start off with an eagle on hole 1.
Ready to hit.
And by eagle, I mean I hope I don't go in the water.
Dorothy, did anyone pack the weed whacker?
And by don't go in the water, I mean why not? We are just off today, like super off. Like, I don't think, like, unbelievably horribly off.
What a shot.
Like, I just chipped in, like, for a double bogey. Not as bad as the second game, but wow. We're just going to play this safe because I clearly suck at Golden Tee today. And we're just going to use this chute that I'm actually probably going to get stuck in. Because this describes my Golden Tee game right now.
Peter, what's this
Garbage.
This is a delicate shot.
Lot of back.
Thank God for the super spin lob wedge. So look at that, back-to-back double bogeys. That's impressive.
And now the tee shot of golfer 1.
I will tell you this though, we are all going through the pain and suffering together. Because it's going to be worth it. There's going to be a good shot that I actually hit.
Well done.
I just don't know where it's at yet. Oh, look at this. I was all these comments that I was missing because for some reason it didn't pull up. Oh, wait, no, I see it. Okay. Yeah, just blame Corey Neely. This is a lot like watching PGA Tour players play in the majors and struggle later. Watching one of the best players I've seen play GT Strike. Okay, good. Well, thank you, Nick. I'm glad that you could get entertainment in my suffering. Of course, I don't mean that in a bad way, though, because this really is awful. But at least you guys are getting entertainment out of it. I just want to hit one more hole-in-one in the Golden Tee Lounge. So I actually might just skip all my appointments. I have meetings and all that today. And tell our warehouse team that we're not moving this today because, oh, look at that. There's your hole out. If nothing else comes out of this game, look at that double eagle hole out. Or excuse me, eagle hole out because that was bad. But look at this. At least I can say I hold out one last time in the Golden Tee Lounge.
Golfer 1, ready to hit.
Tell you what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do when I get the machine set up, the cabinet set up in the new Golden Tee Lounge, is I'm going to take this trackball and probably beat it senseless because it has done its job. It needs to be retired. Oh, back-to-back holeouts would have been unspeakable.
This guy's magic around the green.
Golfer 1 at the tee.
Chris, thank you. Thank you for understanding and appreciating, you know, you guys just watched terrible Golden Tee just so you could see me hole out for eagle because I screwed up a drivable par 5.
Golfer 1, this is and there you go. Golfer 1 on tee.
Let's go.
Nothing hurts more, especially while live streaming or recording a game of Golden Tee, nothing hurts more than knowing if you just hit that shot a little bit harder, your line would have been right in to go in the bottom of the cup. Because that par 3 was definitely one of them. Hey, look at this. Finally a chance for us to drive hole 8, which is actually Rustic Bridge number 11. We're not going to even high tee it because I want to hit the green and actually get some backspin. Did not get it out right, but we're putting in for eagle. This was also worth the wait, as he almost misses the eagle putt.
Golfer 1 at the tee.
Actually, I had a good couple-hour meeting that was cut short because of the power outage yesterday, but talking with some of our team about the new Golden Tee Lounge and the look and the feel, and it's going to be so much more than just the Golden Tee Lounge as you know it. Great shot points? Yeah! It's going to be so much more than just the Golden Tee Lounge where you see Adam record videos or you see me stream. It's going to be so much more than that, and there's a lot of fun plans in the work. It's going to take some time to build up to, but we are working very hard. Look at that, 6-5, and then you just take those 2 holes out of play, 1 and 2. It was like we had a great round. I tell you what, though, it'd be great if I did not screw up this hole. We're not going to try to low tee it or anything. We're just going to high tee it, take the birdie, and just walk away. Or excuse me, take the eagle and walk away.
Just a little spin here.
But yeah, it's been a work in progress. Getting in this new building's been a progress. It's a lot of work. You know, shout out to Jim DeRay, our Chief Operating Officer, our COO, for all of his hard work, and everybody, Lori. There's so many people on our team who've helped get this ready. So now getting this new building, there's going to be a lot to get done, but it's going to be fun and it's going to be exciting. You'll see more of my beautiful face. Now that this move is over, we can get back to a normal streaming schedule, get you guys ready and knowing when we're going to be live and all that. It's going to be very fun. All I can say about that. Is there anything fun I can show in the Golden Tee Lounge before we leave? Although we're not leaving yet, but look at that.
Peter, does he need to worry about the wind?
Stiff wind here, Jim.
What a change in direction.
Roberts, no Golden Tee Mobile release date yet. It's still coming. It's still coming. Every time you guys ask, I'm just going to push the date back as if I had that power. The Golden Tee Complete and the original Golden Tee 89 are no longer in this room. Don't know where they're going yet, so I could not tell you, Jason. But wherever they go, they will be in good hands, and we will take very good care of them.
Peter, he's in the fairway. Returning to golfer 1.
Come on, get over.
Wow, it made it. Golfer 1 with a possible birdie. It drops in. Golfer 1 from the tee box.
All right, let's see if we get Invisalieved here. No, look at that. Shout out to not getting Invisalieved. Almost makes me mad that I put bite on that because that was a heck of a line. Yep, sorry, Jason. Unfortunately, there's not room in the new Golden Tee Lounge with all of our plans that we have. The tentative plans right now do not include the Golden Tee 4 and the Golden Tee 89 in the new lounge. Hit the green? No.
Next shot will be at the same.
Chris, the biggest thing for me between hitting the 9.5 degree driver or the 10.5 degree driver is height. If I'm trying to get 300 or so at distance, but I'm worried about clearing trees, I will hit the 10.5 degree driver. If I just want to get a farther distance, I'll hit the 9.5 degree driver. If I don't care what the height is, if I'm not worried about any trees or anything like that, I'll use the 10.5. And of course, like instances like this, it makes a difference. You know, 10.5 degree goes 290, 300 with the grabbers, and then the 9.5 goes 322. So for me, it's a distance thing, but also you want to clear objects, and then obviously distance control on top of that.
What a shot. Golfer 1 on tee.
All right, hole 17, Pelican Grove, number 2. This one is just whack it through the trees, and hopefully you catch the green. Unfortunately, guess we're gonna have to hole out again. What is hole 18 again? Beals Creek, number 1. Oh, disappointing.
That is incredible.
That is a tough hole, though. Depending on the tee box you get, how many trees you have to go through to actually get on the green. Not always the easiest thing in the world to do.
Golfer 1 is ready to
And there's no chance in hell, to quote Vince McMahon, that this is drivable. So this is an original tee box for Beals number 1. That means we're going to have to hold things out the old-fashioned way. Don't like that. I put too much, went out too far. Alright, not the games that we were hoping for. What is it? It's only 228. It's alright, you know, we'll play one more. Just because there's so many of you watching this atrocity that is me playing Golden Tee, events mode, we'll play one more just for you guys. The very, 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 very absolute final Golden Tee game
Here's Golden Tee announcer Jim Nance at
from
Conrad Swap.
the Golden Tee Lounge, the current Golden Tee Lounge at 200 Corporate Woods
tour winner
Parkway.
James.
All right, I'll tell you what we're not going to do this time is we are not going to start off by hitting a shot in the water. He says as he hopes the 13-mile-an-hour wind actually does its job.
Stop dead.
Golfer 1.
Look at that. We should just take a second, a moment of silence for the eagle putt that I just made. Because, wow.
On tee now. It's golfer 1.
The one thing that makes Grand Canyon 17, hole 2 that you're looking at here, even more difficult is the fact of the, you know, the crazy winds. So, like, this hole is hard in general, but look at this, like, oh, catch, okay, well, we're not going to get an unplayable lie. This might be a heck of a chip, but look at that. The 17-mile-an-hour wind really throws things off.
It's a putt here, Peter.
Look at that. The only person in this contest out of 6 people to be 3 under after 2. So shout out to me for not screwing that up. All right, we're going to play things a little bit differently this time. We are going to go around to the right.
Golfer 1.
Look at that. Look at this beautiful setup here.
Hitting from the fringe.
All right, a little bit soft there.
Golfer 1.
Uh-oh, we are 5 after 3. Look at that. Look at Jeff Lannon, Brian Bernhardt. Those guys. It only took us many games to get here. And many games to go. Alright. I actually feel very good about the fact that we decided to play a 4th and final game of events mode just because it is going by so quickly. Can we just watch the replay? Normally I would never ever watch a double eagle replay putt, but this was pretty bad. Like, shout out to the gopher who was like, you know what? Around the cup it is.
On tee now. Golfer 1.
Look at that. Kids, anytime you think you're using a high tee, always double check and make sure that you actually have a high tee selected. I couldn't tell you how many times that I've thought I've done that and then screwed up because I didn't. Fringe Love? Oh, look at that. Oh, that would have been amazing. I appreciate the fact that I now remembered how to play Golden Tee golf. And that I'm beating really important people. Jeff Lannon, Brian Bernhardt, Jeff Sudiak. Shout out to those guys, because by the time this game is over, you are most likely going to see their names above mine. But for the time being, we're going to have fun with it and hopefully not screw too much up.
Talk to us about the win, Peter.
You'll get a lot of help from this win. This ball will carry you.
Yeah, this hole number 6 from Royal Cove is just tricky because the fairway is so off balanced, and that's where you're really going to need a hybrid, is to play low under those trees. I mean, 20-foot putt wasn't bad, but I had to hit that pretty hard to get a little extra distance, just because you can't use a wood. You're going to catch those trees and get wet, so got to play it careful there. I did not hit that as hard as I wanted to, but that actually works out. If I actually had a 6-pack under here, I would do the Hulk Hogan, like, you know, shirt rip, because we're actually playing good Golden Tee. Look at this beautiful autumn setting. Unfortunately, it's not a drivable setup. You know what? We're playing good Golden Tee. We're just going to play this safe. We're just going to high tee our 6-wood. Gonna catch the tree, that's okay. I just want to be on the fairway or the first cut.
Looks like a nice line in the first cut.
Not the easiest setup in the world because of the trees. Putting in for birdie, that's okay.
Call for one from the tee box.
All right, so we've actually potentially got a good front 9 here. Shout out to that random horse statue in the back I didn't even know existed. Whew!
Did you see that?
All right, I feel so much better now. Look at that. You know what happens when you actually don't play terrible Golden Tee? Look at that, 15 under, beating top players. That's all that matters to me.
Go for one from the tee box.
Now, here comes the challenging part, the back 9. So we're going to start with Coconut Beach.
Overclubbed it there.
Oh no, come on, don't do this to me.
This stuff is
All right, that's rough. Much rather have this than water, but you know what? Screw it. Oh, that would have been a heck of a putt.
right by the hole.
Go for one.
And this is where the top guys catch me. That's all right though.
Go for one on the tee.
Was a little concerned about using that high T5 wood. Was worried about catching the trees, but thankfully you're so far back, doesn't even come into play.
Go for one up at the tee.
Now, when you get these closer tee boxes, you got to really be careful. I know you guys probably saw me do that earlier. I put roll on it last time. This time I'm just going to put on release because I've got such a tailwind. I don't want to roll too far. But look at that. Nice little first cut love. Don't hit the tree. Yeah. Always worried about some leaves just hanging out there and catching.
Go for one.
But we are good. We are good. We are only down 1 stroke. Still beating Jeff Lannon, which is all that matters to me because he's a great guy, top guy. One of the best in Illinois. If I had a bad game going, I would try to get on the green and 1 with this shot, but we are just going to play it safe.
Is that enough to get over?
Really nice line, right in the fairway.
Oh,
What a shot.
It's always when you don't use backspin is when you need backspin. But of course, if I hit backspin, I would have miscut the shot and then went in the water, and it would have just been awful, and then we would all be sad. Look at this. Shout out to number 14, Cypress 5, for being a great tee box. Oh, come on. No! No! That breaks my heart. Because if there was ever a chance that we were acing something in this setup, it was that hole. But that's okay. I will build up the great shot points. I will take it. You know what? Mayfield doesn't get enough love. We're going to use a 3 hybrid. Oh, you son of a gun. I guess we're just going to get great shot points on all the drivable par 4s, but no home ones.
Golfer 1 is ready to tee off.
Just right on by. I'm just a hair off on all these shots. All right. 2 more chances here. Oh yeah, that's definitely not happening.
In the canopy.
No, I absolutely hate that I needed to chip that like that. I was so... should have just played it safe. That's okay. There's no... I can't imagine that... Yeah, Jeff Lannon did not eagle that. That's all that matters. We are good. And then there was hole 1. So if I go 330, that leaves me with about 100. And on my clubs, I've got... perfect. One of these days when I learn decent club management, I'll be sure to show you my tricks. Alright, so we're about 100 yards out. There's not a lot of green to play with behind it. Alright, let's see if we can... Alright, you are now watching the very final game of this week's event, the very final stream from the Golden Tee Lounge at 200 Corporate Woods Parkway in Vernon Hills, Illinois. Hopefully we can end this on a hole out. Nope, not even close, actually. I just used camera trickery. But that is this week's event, the backwards round, or the reverse round backwards win. Start at hole 18, bring it all the way down to hole 1. Shout out to Jeff Lannon, Brian B., Jeff Sudiak, and a few others who I beat. Shout out to me because that never happens anymore. But you can play as many times as you want. Each game is a new contest. You can play all the way through the day on Sunday, and then we take another week off for events. Tomorrow is Cape Haven Throwback Thursday Daily Contest, and then Freaky Friday is the Super Score 2013, some of your favorites from Golden Tee Live 2013. Not sure about tomorrow's live stream. Worst comes to worst, we will do one from the GT Lounge Northwest, aka my house. For sure, we'll do one on Friday for Freaky Friday. And then when we see you guys next Monday, you'll be checking us out in the brand new Golden Tee Lounge in our new offices. So until then, until we see each other next time, keep playing Golden Tee, keep sending us your great shots. And Kevin Lindsay signing off for last time from Golden Tee Lounge here.